I'm sorry, this is like my favorite comment I've ever read. I need... When I was 13 years old, my local church was holding a fundraising event and involved a really big pre-owned book sale. To promote the massive amount of children's books they were desperately trying to get rid of, someone rented a cheap, well-worn Clifford mascot costume. The fabric and the joints had rubbed away and the ears of the headpiece looked like they were rotting off. There was some troubling stains on the ass of the suit, and it certainly smelled like someone had shit themselves before dying inside of it. One of the high school choir boys had, at the overbearing pressure of his mum, volunteered to wear the suit for the event. On the day of the fundraiser, he purposely made himself throw up by drinking 5 liters of Dr. Pepper in 20 minutes, which convinced the adults he was too sick to play the role of Clifford. The priests went to each volunteer, begging them to do it, and they were only met with very firm no. Then, one of them came to me, a tiny 8th grade girl who was trying to meet the bare minimum 10 hours of volunteering needed for my Catholic school to pass me for the year. Not only did the priest offer to sign my volunteer sheet fully filled out, thus completing my requirements when I'd done maybe 2 hours of volunteer in total, but he also handed me $20 and said, "Look, man, Jesus suffered for you, so you can top this one out for some little kid." Sorry, I don't want to overheat while I read this. The worst pain I have ever experienced in my life was when I was 21 and my appendix ruptured, which also caused some cysts on my ovaries to burst as well. I passed out several times from the pain on the way to the hospital, and when I came out after the emergency surgery, one of the nurses smiled to me and said, "Well, honey, you've just experienced a pain worse than childbirth." When I tell you, I would rather have my rotted appendix violently shoved back into my body and have it removed all over again than wear that Clifford suit ever again. I mean it. The stench inside the mascot head made me feel like I was in the scene of Spirited Away, when the gross mud spirit slops his way through the bathhouse, and the smell was so bad it spoiled food. My eyes burned, the saliva in my mouth dried up, and the heat from my own breath made it stick to my paws. Inside that suit, I realized that either God was dead or a cruel creator, because no loving God would allow something as foul as that Clifford suit to exist. I ended up sitting for most of the hour-long commitment because I easily became dizzy while standing. I was told to act like a Disney mascot, waving happily and moving with excitement to welcome the little kids over to the books. Oh shit. Oh god. All I did was sit in a small chair, staring straight ahead with my pawn glove hands set on my knees, desperately grasping for something to hold on to. Desperately grasping to hold on to whatever bits of humanity I could. I wish I could say I blacked out for most of it. I really wish I did. But no. I remember almost every minute I spent in that sticky red-coloured fursuit. The worst part about it is that every kid that came by was terrified of Clifford the decaying corpse. One mother really tried to entice her toddler to get a picture from me, but the kid screamed like he was... Oh, shit, sorry. He was flayed alive and he was pushed towards me. I don't blame him. I don't blame any of the kids for being scared. It was a scary costume. I was scared while wearing it, wondering if the kids sensed my fear. I had nightmares of being trapped in that suit, or the suit coming to life and hunting me down for at least a month afterwards. The only small positive to come from it was one of the older volunteer kids had a weird respect for me then on. One of them said I reminded them of their uncle who served in Vietnam. I understand why.